Okay, so just testing the mic. Okay, so just testing the mic. Just testing a little bit, just to see how it is. Just testing a little bit, just to see how it is. Okay, I think the mic is good. I'm not sure. Actually, let me switch this. And there. Great. So I'm not really sure how. Also, hi. Thank you to anyone coming to the stream. And yeah, here's my model. Also, what was I saying? Oh, I'm not sure how the system volume compares to, you know, the microphone volume. So hopefully everything is fine. If not, then that will be sad. Not happy. Obviously. Anyways, just gonna like quickly mention, cause why not? This crying animation is done by me. The rigging, the art, the animations, all by me. Including this wave, animation, the wings, all of it. So, anyways. Got different expressions, and yeah. So, anyways, I really enjoy this visual novel. I really enjoy it. So, it's a classic visual novel. Let me take off the wings, because that way it doesn't block any dialogue. Hopefully the game volume is not too loud. And yeah. So, I really like this game. Mostly because it's different than other visual novel games. Like, it has those classic tropes because it is a classic game, obviously. But it has a unique twist to it. Like, there was a few things that would seem predictable, like one girl being, you know, a transfer student, and these classic tropes. He runs into a girl, bumps into her, she becomes the transfer student. At first, it made me think that she was like the student teacher, but then she turned out just to be just the normal transfer student. But I feel like I don't know what it is about this game. It feels like a bit unique in how it delivers these classic tropes. Because I feel like for a lot of older animes, and I assume visual novels as well, they're just so similar, it feels a bit played out. Like, it doesn't feel that unique how these tropes are expressed. But I like this one. It's really enjoyable. I like the... What's the word? The relationship? The dynamic, that's the word. I like the dynamic between the main dude and the tsundere girl. The Sun girl. Call her that. So I might like explore that route more than even the childhood friend one. Even though usually the childhood friend route is like the best of them all, but usually. And sometimes for... Oh, the dialogue already started. I started skipping it. I didn't even realize. Sometimes for animes like that adapt visual novels, I'll see like... They obviously adapt one route, and usually... What was that anime I watched? I watched it a while ago. Hoshizora... Was it Hoshizora? Actually, was it? Actually, let me look this up for a second. Hoshizora, let's see. Hoshizora... A Bridge to Starry Skies. I think that was it. Hoshizora Kakaru Hashi. A Bridge to the Starry Sky. Yeah, that was it. Yeah, that came out like 13 years ago. Holy crap. Yeah, I saw that before. And I don't remember when I saw it, but I saw it not when it came out, but I saw it like several years ago, I think. And it was actually pretty good. I really liked it, though there were some like weird parts in it. But ignoring that, it adapted one route from the visual novel, and a lot of people complained about it because they are like, oh, the childhood friend gets burnt again. But because it didn't adapt the childhood friend arc, right? But it made sense that it did not do that. It adapted one of the other arcs, I think. I mean, it's not really a spoiler, but I guess I won't say just in case someone hasn't seen it, even though it's an older anime. Well, it's not old, but it's like over a decade old. But basically, like, a lot of people complained that the childhood friend arc wasn't adapted. And it made sense it wasn't, because if you want people... Because animes that are adapted from mangas and visual novels and stuff, they're meant to promote the source material, right? To increase the sales of it. So, you know, that's why sometimes animes will... They might... Not will, but sometimes they might drift from the original source material for that reason, to give like an alternate route or alternate ending. And even for visual novels, obviously they won't adapt the best route. And it makes sense, because if everyone wants the childhood friend arc, they want that route. And it's the most sought after route. Well, they're not going to adapt it into the anime. That way the people who want that route, they're like, oh man, I want to see what happened. I want to see that route. They're more likely to buy the visual novel to play for that route, you know? So it makes sense that animes that adapt from visual novels, that they do not actually adapt, my mistake. They don't adapt the most sought after route, you know? People would be like, oh, this is amazing. The childhood friend arc got adapted, which everyone wants to see. And then they're less likely to buy the source material. So, Hoshizora Bridge to Starry Skies. I saw it one time, but that was it. I can't remember it too well, to be honest, because I saw it several years ago. But I enjoyed it. I liked it. It's adapted from a visual novel. I have not played the visual novel. I just saw the anime, and I liked it. How I started talking about that, I don't know, but this is a visual novel that's adapted from a visual novel. There you go. I wonder if there's actually an anime of this. I'm curious. Is there a one visual novel anime? I have no idea if there is. Anyways, I'll look that up later today. So hopefully we finish the demo for this today. It's just a demo, but it's taking a bit. I mean, I've been talking for 10 minutes and haven't gone through any dialogue. So almost 10 minutes. But yeah, after this, because I'm a bit busy, so I can't really stream more than once a week. I do want to stream more visual novel games. I like streaming visual novel games, but I also want to include like an RPG or something here and there. I think after this visual novel game, the demo for it, most likely I'm going to buy the game. Though I'm a little tight on money, so I'll have to wait for a sale. But I do want to play the full game. I think after this we'll play Atri. Is that what it's called? I don't know how to pronounce it. Atri? That looks really good. So I have the demo for that downloaded, so I want to play that. And I know an anime is coming out for that July 14th, and it looks like, I don't know anything about it, but just from the look of it, and I don't mean the art or animation, like the art looks good, yes, but I mean just looking at the cover for it, it reminds me of other stuff I've seen, so it just gives me a feeling like, I'm gonna really like this. Not per se like from the artwork itself, but I don't know, I just think I'll really like it, so play the demo for that, definitely, I would say next week. 100% next week. I don't know if it'll be the Monday, but yeah. For the summertime, I will be streaming earlier, 12:30 EST. I usually would stream at like 6 or 7 EST in the evening, right? So PM. However, I live in a townhouse and there's a series of strips and the weather's been like super hot, so people have been running their AC. So I think there's like some central unit or something, I don't know. It's been overloading the system because everyone runs their air conditioning at the same time. It's not an apartment, it's like a townhouse, but it's like the townhouses are all connected, right? So yeah, so to avoid that, I'm streaming earlier in the day. So either I have to stream later or I have to stream earlier, so I'm streaming earlier. And most likely I will be throughout the summertime. Anyways, I've been talking for 10 minutes. Let's go through this. She purposefully responds to my criticism. Perhaps she's more conscientious than I thought. To be fair, every single person has their own routines that they follow, except for me, that is. Mine's like I'm a rebel. My routine changes from day to day. The only person who knows my lunchtime schedule is Nagamori. I'm guessing Nagamori is his childhood friend. I streamed last time for like 2 hours or more. I'm still not that familiar with their names, to be honest. Like, all I know is you got childhood friend, you got his aunt or older sister who he never sees, and you got like Soon girl. Soon dear. I take out the lunch I packed this morning, 2 pastries, from my bag before searching for a specific classmate. Oh yeah, that blonde girl. The one that was standing in the rain. Oi, Minami. Nanda. He turns at the sound of his name. I hate to bug you, but can I borrow your desk? Why? Better not use it for something weird again. What? Pray tell. What do you mean by that? Pray tell, I've never heard that expression in my life before. Pray tell, I've never heard that expression in my life. Last time you were trying to see how many desks you could stack. Was he actually doing that? Is he dumb or something? It's like some extreme level boredom. It's like just stacking the desks and like someone comes in, it's like, my desk. It's like, yeah, your desk is at the very top. Good luck. Well, that ended pretty badly, so I decided I'd never do it again. Then what do you need it for? He still seems doubtful due to my, colorful criminal past. He's looking at me suspiciously. Okay, I was just hoping I could eat my lunch here. In a normal way. Futsu nika. Futsu is normal, right? Ni is like in the direction of that. And then ka is like question. So futsu nika in a normal way. I don't know much Japanese. I know very little. I want to learn it. I just like don't have time to study it. So I tried to do like incomprehensible auditory stuff, but I don't have time to really like just sit down and like study it. But I'm not the best at scheduling myself either, so I'm gonna fit in more time for it. Because I want to learn Japanese. I also want to learn like Greek as well, but I think I'd rather focus on Japanese. Japanese is harder to learn, and I feel like I have less resources to learn Japanese. How else does one eat food aside from a normal way, Minami? Knowing you, I'm sure you could come up with some bizarre method of eating. You think I have time for that? I wouldn't put it past you. It seems we're unable to come to an agreement despite my suspended sentence. Boy, what are you doing, Minami? We're going to the cafeteria. I know, I'll be right there. Wait, we haven't closed our deal yet. Fine, whatever. Wakata, wakata. Kashite yaru kara. Kashite yaru kara. Kara? Is that what you said? Oh, great, thanks. I promise I'll make it up to you in a way that'll blow your socks off. Iran. Iran is what? Don't need? I like my socks on my feet. It's a funny transliteration. But they translated one word to like a whole sentence. As I think Iran, that means like... I think that means don't need, right? Don't need or don't want. One or the other. But they translated it to a sentence. But it's funny, alright? I feel like for translations nowadays, and this is something that I heard, that a lot of times they're not really like, at least for animes anyways. I don't know about visual novels. Because I haven't played a lot of visual novels, but I've played a few. But I haven't played a lot. But I heard for animes, I lost my train of thought. I was like, what was I thinking? And then there, it came back. But for animes, I heard that, like, they kind of just use scripts, you know? They don't really translate it. They're just give it a script and put the script there. So it's like a transliteration, like a parody. Because it's like how someone of that whatever local dialect would be speaking rather than an actual translation. I heard a lot of animes do that. I don't know if visual novels do that too. I assume they do. But I would think, though I'm not sure, I would think nothing to based off of anything, nothing to go off of, but I would think they do it less. But yeah, the line was funny. He grumbles before hurrying off. We've come to an agreement, despite some difficulty. Now I have secured my spot. I sit down at Minami's desk and turn around. Yo, fancy meeting you here. Akane, that's her name. Akane. That's a pretty name. I love Japanese names, they're really beautiful. Because a lot of them also have like a meaning behind them. Really pretty. That actually reminds me, there was like a... So I'm very busy this week, so that's why I'm only streaming today. But I will stream like once a week. For now, just demo games, because I don't really have the money to buy a game unless it goes on a big sale. And the next game after this demo game will be at 3 until this game goes on sale, then I'll buy it, and then we'll play the full thing. I don't know if I'll play like every route, but I will play like... I will play it. So, I don't know if I'll play every route, especially on stream though. But I really do like this game, it's good. I haven't played a lot of visual novel games, but I've played a few of them. I can't remember them all off the top of my head though. My eyes meet those of the girl sitting behind me. Planetarian was amazing though. I really loved the Planetarian. So, that was great. What else did I play? I don't think I ever played Doki Doki Literature Club. I think I watched like gameplay of it. I think I watched like a playthrough of it, but I never actually played it. Act 3, we'll play the demo for that next week. That should be fun. And then, what else did I play? I played a few visual novels. Oh, I have this one. Is this by Key? I have this in my... Is this the demo? Oh no, this is the full visual novel game. Okay, we can play that after Act 3 if I don't end up getting... Oh yeah, because this was on sale. Okay, I'll talk about this visual novel game I'm looking at later. I'll try to focus on one for now, and then I'll talk about like plans for future streams close to the end of this stream. So that'll be nice. Key Super Bundle. Oh, why did I not buy that? Oh damn, that's expensive. Cool though. Anyways, I'm looking at like a store page right now for other visual novels. I actually have a visual novel. You know what? At the end of this stream, that's when I'll talk about other visual novels I've played and plans for future games. So I do want to play an RPG game, but I also want to play like a visual novel at least once a week. At least one time a week. So, because I do enjoy visual novels, they're really good. I really want to learn Japanese. I've learned it on and off for a while, but I just haven't like actually fully committed to it. It's been on and off. Not because I didn't want to, but I just being busy with other stuff. I can read a little bit of kanji, but not a lot. How do you say skoshidake? Skoshidake? Kanji... kanji yomenai. I think wanikani is good for learning, like, kanji and like vocab and stuff. I was using that for a while. I think I have a lifetime membership. I could pick it back up. I think the easiest way to learn a language, though, is you need someone to actually talk to. The easiest and the best way is to, like, actually talk to somebody. Even if they're not fluent in it, if they're adept at it, and you can, like, learn together, or if they're fluent in it and you can learn from them talking to them, I think that's really the best. Immersion is the best way to learn. Sometimes though, when I watch anime, like, if it depends on how complex an anime it is. If it has like military strategy and stuff, I won't understand it. But if it's like a slice of life or something like that, or if it's like a shoujo, I'll understand like little bits and pieces of it. Like, even if I don't look at the subtitles, I'll actually understand a bit of it. Of course, I have no idea how to like respond to it, but I understand a little bit. That I mostly just naturally picked up. I'll get more serious with the Japanese study. Right now I've been, there's actually like a novel writing contest. I'll get back to the visual novel just now. This is why my streams take so long, I talk so much. But there's actually a novel or webtoon contest on some site. I think the art program I use is doing like a, what's it called? A collaboration, sort of, with it. So they're doing like a collaboration or something with them. So I only found, like, apparently the contest started in April and it ends July 1st or June 30th. I don't know which one, because one, like the webtoon comic site says June 30th, but then the art program contest site says July 1st, so I'm like, I don't know which, but I'm gonna assume June 30th just in case. And I only found out about it like 3 or 4 days ago, so I was actually writing a story for that I want to come up with. And I found out about the contest, so I changed up the story a bit to suit the theme of the contest, and I kind of finished writing that, and then I have to like draw it, so I'm going to be really busy this week trying to draw it. I've never drawn a comic before, but I wanted to enter the contest, so I'm going to try to do that. I've never like drawn like a comic or a webtoon before. I don't really read webtoons. I mean, they're the same as manga, basically. They're like comics. Except the style looks more like a manga. It looks like a cross, because like webtoons, from what I've seen, they're like colored in. Similar, and they're made to be colored in. Whereas, you know, mangas are like black and white, and then sometimes they'll color them afterwards. So it has like that comic aspect to it, but then the characters look very anime styled. More like a manga. So I consider webtoons like a cross in between. And when the webtoons usually are read like vertically. Personally, if I could like write and or draw for like manga, that'd be awesome. Or graphic novels. Because I was writing like my own story. Because I wanted to come out with like a graphic novel type thing. Or manga. Maybe leaning towards graphic novel though. Which is like a novel just with, you know, some illustrations and pictures here and there. But I found out about that contest, and it has a theme of the last train or something, so I'm like, okay, let me take the story I was working on, do a bit of a shorter version. That was already only going to be like a long one shot, and let me switch it up and change the setting for it, and we'll see how that is. The story I came up with has a bit of comedy, but it's kind of like a thriller type thing. Action thriller. Though that's not my favorite genre, that's just like a story I came up with. So I'm going to try draw the panels and stuff through this week and hopefully get it done to submit it. And yeah, I've never drawn like for a webtoon or comic or manga or anything, so this contest will be a good tryout for that, for lack of better wording. Should be fun. Hopefully it goes well though. If I knew about the contest sooner, I would have done it much sooner actually. I would have started it. In fact, I would have finished it by now. Let's invite her to eat, Akane. Back to the visual novel game. Well? Without saying a word, she closes the lid of her lunchbox with a loud bang before wrapping it back up with her handkerchief. Gocho-sama. It's like, wait, you haven't even taken one bite. Onaka ippai dakara. I don't know what ippai means. Is ippai full or big? Oh, probably not big actually. Never mind that. Oh, come on, it's not good to leave leftovers. The gods and goddesses dwell in each grain of rice, waiting to punish those who treat them poorly. She's like, well, that's a shame about the rice, but I brought a sandwich. I mean, they're all grain. At least half the deities are probably in those 2 slices of bread, right? Imasen. Nope. I like her here. She turns away from me before heading out into the hallway, leaving behind her lunchbox covered in a girly pink handkerchief. Feeling somewhat perturbed, I nibble on a red bean bun while half turned around in an awkward position. I eat my lunch while looking at her empty desk. Eating bread without something to drink is rough. I managed to eat the whole thing despite choking a few times. Nani yattaru no? Nani yattaru no? Nagamori asks me what I'm doing as she walks by. Isn't it obvious? I'm eating lunch. Of course. So Ananda. So that's so. She looks at me puzzled. Satomura doesn't end up returning until the bell signaling the start of 5th period rings. Do you think she hates me? How would I know? I end up asking Minami once he gets back from the cafeteria. All I care about is you getting out of my seat already. Ah, fine. As soon as I get back up, Satomura returns, followed by our 5th period teacher. Beardy is back. Dun dun dun. Afternoon classes just drag on. I spend my time gazing out the window at the rainy city streets. It seems the forecast this morning was unfortunately spot on. Oh, by the way, that novel contest, it's between Clip Studio Paint and I think, what's the site called? To Pass or something? I can't remember the name of it. I'll post about it. I don't think you can post the comic during the contest or during the judging, but I'll post. I think you can. You can't post it on other social media, but you can like mention. I think it's fine to mention it. I'll double check the rules. If I like link to their site, right, the contest site with the submission, I think that's fine. I just think they're not okay with you doing it on other sites. I think so. Anyways. Also, if my voice sounds a little... I feel like my voice sounds a little off. It's mostly because of my allergies. I can't really breathe through my nose right now. Or like barely. So I need an allergy bell. As soon as the bell rings, marking the end of 6th period, everyone jumps from their seats. Let's invite somebody to walk home. Oi, Sumi. I call Sumi's name just as he slings his bag over his shoulder. Nanda, wanna grab a bite to eat on the way home? Sorry na, but I've got a life or death mission that I need to get done. Life or death. Oh man, he's serious. I have to get ready for it so I won't be able to walk home with you. Why did he should have invited one of the girls. Don't tell me this is yet another of your harebrained schemes. I can't really talk about it yet. Shh. But I will say that I'm finally getting the ball rolling on a project of epic proportions that involves this very class. He strikes what he thinks is a cool pose while giving me a suggestive grin. I'm not sure if anything related to our class could be described as epic, but I'll keep my mouth shut. So when exactly do you plan on revealing this supposedly epic project? Good question. In theory, as soon as possible. Which will hopefully be tomorrow morning. Well, he's pretty open about this apparently secret plan. So on that note, he'll just have to wait until then. He tosses a Sia over his shoulder as he leaves the room. From behind, he looks like the third-rate villain plotting some ill-conceived scheme. I might as well head home. I leave school by myself. When it rains, it pours. Cry me a river. I walk home watching the rainy city streets pass me by. Let me save this actually. I walk home. Oh, I just read that. The rain ultimately doesn't let up until the end of the day. I turn on the TV while hanging my rain-soaked uniform to dry by the heater. I spend the rest of the evening idly flipping through the channels, and when I look up, it's already around 1 in the morning. I hang my now bone-dry uniform up before getting into bed. I effortlessly drift off to sleep as soon as I close my eyes. December 12th. 12 is my favorite number. Shoomp. What kind of sound effect is that? Shoomp. That sounds like something from a Mario game. It's the sound of my curtains being yanked back, followed by dazzlingly bright light piercing my eyelids. Hora! Hora! Oki nasai no yo. Oki nasai yo. Oki is like wake up or get up. Nasai is like a command. And yo. Isn't yo like for communicating one's feelings, I think? Yeah. Just give me 3 more days, please. You'd waste away into nothing but skin and bones if you slept for 3 days straight. Another morning, same as always. She's really like a mother. Ora! Yo, that's hilarious. The way she said, Ora! Ora! That like slight grunt in her voice there. I actually liked that. That was funny. Can you go back a dialogue option? I wanted to hear that again. Apparently not. Never mind. Anyways, nice voice acting. I do like this visual novel a lot. I like the story. I mean, the story's kind of... It's kind of... I wouldn't say typical, but because it's a classic visual novel. But the story's been done, you know, multiple times, just expressed in different ways. Like similar types of stories, I mean. But it's unique in how it does it. And I like the art style. I'm not a fan of the art... Well, let me reword that. I'm not a fan of the art style. Like, I don't like big windowy eyes and stuff for artworks. But, like, I obviously recognize this is, like, high-tier professional, like, art. It may not be my cup of tea. But I recognize, like, it's incredibly good. Yep. I think last stream I compared different art styles to different cups of tea, right? You might like one cup of tea and might not like another, but that's doesn't mean it's bad. It's just not a flavor you like. You might like different flavors, and there might be one that you like more than the rest, right? Different art styles are like different flavors of tea. I really like how they do the shading though. That's like to my personal preference, my personal interest. I don't like big windowy eyes, but I acknowledge the art is amazing. Huck! The voice acting is so good. Today though, she quickly throws them back. Go ahead. Hadarakayo. You're naked. I'm what? I sit up in bed and peek under the sheets. I really am naked. What the hell? What? Why do you take my clothes off? I did. I didn't. Don't blame this on me. Dude's literally naked. I mean, I don't think that's abnormal for people to sleep naked. I don't think so. I used to sleep like that in elementary school. But anyways. And like high school a bit. It's like, how should I know? You were already like that when I took the blanket off. I mean, there you go. Don't barge into his room and rip the blanket off. Lesson learned. You don't have to pretend you don't know what's going on, Nagamori. Instead of using this time to joke around, you should get ready to go. Here. She hands me my uniform and bag. I'm pretty sure he needs like underwear and stuff too, but okay. I guess I should have seen this coming. I went a step too far when I took advantage of the situation by falsely accusing her and gave myself away in the process. Madden made a joke blaming her. Probably a bit much. I just wanted you to see me on my birthday. So what the frick? I could have easily gone my whole life without it. Yeah, but I'm so much manlier now compared to when we were still taking baths together as kids. We never took baths together. Oh, come on. I'm sure we did at least once. If you don't hurry it up, we're gonna be late. Ah, good point. Seriously, we never actually took a bath together at any point, right? I said we did. We didn't. I don't remember ever seeing you naked. I can't believe you forgot all the time we spent playing together in the tub. I'm a curious cat as well, so I doubt there's any part of your body I left unexplored. What is he saying? The hell? Oi! Don't say things other people might easily take the wrong way. I remember how you couldn't get in the tub without your toys. You said it's because you get bored. No way. Never once in my life gone into the tub with a toy. Yeah, I could have sworn differently. She always has that thing with her. What was it again? Go ahead. You're gonna get hurt if you lose yourself in thought while running. They should just join the track and field team. They're literally just sprinting to school every day. You mean because I keep running into things? Yep. Huh? Wham! Oh, that sound effect was crazy. That sound effect was hilarious, especially with the random, like, solar flare lights. Boom, something slams into me. Is it soon again? But I'm ready this time. Before she can knock me over. I elbow her. What the freak? I elbow her in the solar plexus? In the solar plexus. Oh. Oh damn, that makes me think of Rengoku. Solar plexus. If you know, you know. She won't be getting up anytime soon. Let's make like a tree and leave. I never understood that. Korra! Well, hopefully I'm not too loud. Anyways, if my mic is too loud, someone let me know. And also, if the system volume doesn't work, please let me know as well. Or let me know in the comments. Alright, the voice acting is great. I love the growls they include. Also, this music is just fantastic. Korra! Oi! She growls up at me while sprawled on the ground. Oh. Yo, Nanase. Don't. Yo, Nanase me. Especially after ramming straight into me and then elbowing me in the stomach. I thought I pulled it off pretty good, actually. You don't elbow drop a girl. Technically, he didn't elbow drop you. Technically, he elbowed you, and that's what dropped you. But it's not like an elbow drop. An elbow drop would be like he jumped and he like elbow dived. Yeah. Just clarifying. Yeah, I don't think he even noticed it was her. He just felt something about to hit him, so he put his elbow out to protect himself. You know what will help her this time? Give me a hand, Nagamori. Nani yo? Taking her clothes off? What? What? Hits him. You know what? Never mind. It seems like she's fine. Nanase cheerfully stands up in front of me before walloping me. Nanase-san, daijoubu? Oh, that was Japanese. That was Japanese. Why am I saying that? It's like, Nanase, are you alright? Can you please give him a lesson on manners? Wakatayo, of course. Who the hell do you think you are? Huh? We gotta go. Ah. She grabs Nagamori's arm, looks at her wristwatch, and cries out seemingly in despair at what she sees. Hurry! Wait, what about Nanase? I turn to find Nanase holding her stomach as she drops to her knees. She must be in too much pain to run. Just carry her. Yo, that expression of hers is like, it's like that pouty expression. That pouty expression. Oh, I forgot the word for a second. It's really cute. Yeah, the big windowy eye art style reminds me of like the 90s. Kind of like the early 2000s actually. Wait, when did one come out? I'm gonna look this up for a second. Let me see. Let me just see for a second. Actually, when did this visual novel come out? Did it come out in the 90s or in the 2000s? One to the Radiant season. Oh no, that's not it. That's like an adult one. Oh, wait, is it? 98. Wait, is this it? I'm trying to look it up. Is this it? That says it's an adult one. Holy shit, this is 19 hours and 7 minutes of playtime. For a second, I didn't see the H, and I looked at it, and I thought it said 197 hours. I was just like, holy shit. This is a long-ass game. Like, damn. But when did this come out, actually? I'm curious. 90s. Oh, it came out in the 90s. So the remake came out last year. The remake's beautiful, by the way. Again, I'm not a fan of, like, the windowy style, like, art style for eyes and stuff. But just because it's not my cup of tea doesn't mean it's not beautifully crafted, you know? So this came out in the 90s. Oh, okay, so that is it. So it's originally an adult visual novel. Interesting. So what makes it... Oh, it has bad endings. I don't want the bad ending. What the hell? There's an unlockable heroine. Well, that's pretty cool. I'm gonna assume that this remake is exactly like the original. If it's not, can someone let me know? I'm curious, actually. Because if it's like very different, then maybe sometime, not for a while, but sometime we can play the original. Be nice, actually. Anyways, let's go back to the visual novel. What was it? Crap! She's only going to slow us down. We won't make it if we wait for her. Whose fault do you think that is? I guess our only other option is to figure out how we can bring you along with us. You can carry her. I don't know how far you are from school. I don't think he's that strong either, because he's probably in high school, so... Princess carrying might be out of the option, but piggyback. Yeah, Nagamori, same thought. Like, we are in tune. Iyayo. In that case, I think we are stuck taking the back way. The what way? Oh, right, that would work. Let's go. We turn right before the path we usually take that leads us straight to school. Head through the park and start climbing a steep set of stairs. I mean, it doesn't look that steep. She's like, oh my gosh, more stairs. Mata kaiga? Is that what she said? What is this boss style music? The music in the background right now, I don't know if it can be heard. Let me turn it up. I feel like it's what does it remind me of? Like a fighting game. Like, it makes me think of a cross between like a Yu-Gi-Oh! GX game and like some like anime fighting game like in the style of Street Fighter or something. Something like Skullgirls or something. This music's interesting. I don't want to hear it. You're the reason why we're going this way to begin with. Anta no se desho. Anta, your, no se. Se is fault or blame. Anta no se desho. Desho, I'm not exactly sure what that means. Desho, I don't know. I think she's like. Desho is not the same as daro. Daro ne. Oh no, that's not a real thing. Is it? Anyways, Desho, I think she's just making a statement. I'm not sure. But anta no se is like your fault or you're to blame. Yeah. We climbed the stairs in the middle of the park before passing through a small field-like clearing. They're going through a meadow. Their school has a meadow. On the other side is a dense forest. Koko hairu no? Koko hairu no? Hairu, so enter. Koko is here. Koko hairu no? We're entering here. We're going here. My clothes are gonna get ripped to shreds. Oh yeah, yesterday, like, this is unrelated to the visual novel. Since I got a new mic, I wanted to check if it was, like, real or fake. So I opened up the back of it just to check the wiring, because that's one way to check the color of it. And it turned out to be real. But earlier, when I went to take my mic off of the boom stand, holy shit. Like, excuse my language, but holy shit. I took my mic off, and the boom arm just swung and smashed me right in the head. Yesterday, like holy crap, like I had like a gash and I was bleeding. It was crazy. Like I did not expect that. The thing freaking like swung up full force and the metal part just like smashed me right in the forehead. Luckily it wasn't a big gash though, it was only a small one. I was like bleeding for like a bit. Yeah. Anyways, my mic turned out to be like a real one. It's a good thing I didn't buy a fake one at least, so that's great. Anyways. It's like I already told you to stop complaining. If it happens, then you clearly deserved it. Damn. The fact I read that line right after what I said is crazy. Cheek out? I didn't catch what she said exactly. And I already told you this is your fault. I shoved the loudly complaining Nanase forward as we entered the thicket. They're going through a forest to get to school. It's been a while since I've gone this way, but it's actually not that bad. Yeah, my skirt got caught in a branch. Yep, I stepped on a dead mouse. Nanase is hilarious. Nanase is like me when I was in high school. In the sense of like I hated going through like forests and stuff. There was not a forest near one of my schools that I went to, but it was called a forest because it was called like a mini forest. It wasn't a forest, but we called it a mini forest. I hated going there. Because I reacted like Nanase did, because I would always get like caught on like branches and have like stupid ass mosquitoes and stuff just like swarm around me. And I was just like, what the frig? Freaking pestilence. I would literally be like throwing punches at mosquitoes. I remember. I remember I went there like with one of my friends, and there was just a bunch of mosquitoes that came around me. I was literally trying to throw. I freaking hated going there. I was literally just like swinging, throwing punches at like these flying insects. It was hilarious to watch. It just was not hilarious for me. Not at all. Not at all. I'm like, this is how Gandalf felt in Lord of the Rings. Anyways, back to the visual novel. You know, I've been streaming for almost an hour, and most of the time has just been me talking, not like actually playing. So sorry about that. The stream will be long. I want to finish the demo for this today. So the stream will be at least 2.5 hours. So yeah. I'm screaming out of fear, not joy, Nanase exclaimed, clearly not calmly. The three of us hurried down the gentle slope, gradually picking up the pace. Eventually, the sun-burnt walls of our school appear through the gaps in the trees. Oh, we're almost there. Yeah, this whole scenario would work with like a horror type story of them trying to escape. That story I was writing is like an action thriller with a little bit of comedy and horror elements. To be honest, my favorite genre is actually romance. I like romance the most. Like, my favorite animes are not romance. However, like romance is not a main genre for any of them, any of my top 5. And it's not much of a subgenre either, because it doesn't really come about until towards, well, I mean, there's like little hints of it, but it doesn't really come to fruition or even begin to, you know, grow until more towards the end. But I find romance animes to be the most enjoyable, even though none of my top 5 are romance. Funny enough. I might do like a drawing stream next week. On top of a visual novel. I want to play at least one visual novel a week. Not entirely, but like, I mean stream once a week. Once I get a little more money, once I have some free money, we'll move past demo games and play more like full games. Because I want to buy this visual novel game 1. I want to buy the full thing because I loved playing it last stream. And then Act 3 looks like it'll be fun, so we'll play the demo of that next week. It'll probably be Monday, around the same time. Anyways. Did Nana say run off? After she complained about her legs being exhausted? Wait, up. Nah. Nana said. Huh? Bam! Nanase slams face first into the chain link face. Oh, Nanase-san. Daijoubu? Oh, that crying face. She looks so cute. I feel bad for her. She looks back at us on the verge of tears, a red mesh pattern imprinted on her face. Why didn't you warn me a little sooner? I just figured it'd save us all time if he busted through the fence so we could take a shortcut. But I guess you couldn't do it, huh? How did you think that was even possible? Say something next time. I mean, he did yell out, wait. He just yelled it out too long. He yelled out for you to wait, but he waited too long to yell it. Yeah, punny. You almost made it though. The fence is now clearly bent into an imprint of Nana's face. Oh damn. I'm sure she could have broken through with 2 or 3 more solid blows. Ding dong. Ah, the bell. Hurry up, hurry up. We quickly scaled the fence before practically flying in the direction of the school. Okay, Nanase, see you later. We're in the same skull, you numbskull. We're in the same class, you numbskull. That's hilarious. It's like I'm the one who hit my head off the fence, not you. We raced toward our classroom. Whew. Looks like I made it just in time somehow. The room is still full of the pre-class commotion of students chatting animatedly. I think it's animatedly. None of them are animated though. I think it's fair to say we made it on time because the three of us worked together like a machine. The only thing he managed to do perfectly was elbow me in the stomach. Says the girl who tried to run face first through a fence and failed. That's not working together well at all. Machine-like or otherwise. Mama hora. Sensei kita kara. Because the teacher came. I didn't catch the rest, she said. Look, the teacher's coming, so let's just sit down for now. The three of us head off to our separate seats. Oi. Psst. I'm on the verge of nodding off, of course he is, just like every class, when I hear someone trying to get my attention. It's Sumi, who sits next to me. This has been making the rounds. Take a look. What exactly? He hands me a sheet of paper. We will be conducting a popularity poll for the girls in our class. This is a secret ballot for boys only. The deadline to get your vote in is tomorrow. This kind of thing happens all the time. Usually Yasumi and the other guys by the window, including me I guess, come up with these ridiculous time wasters and actually carry them out. The reason why we pass notes like this through the class is primarily just to kill time. Also the girls are less likely to catch on. Psst. Here, pass it on. I hand the paper to Nanase. I'm like, when he said psst, I'm like, in my head I thought, is he gonna pass the paper to her? And then he actually did. Crap, I wasn't supposed to give it to a girl. She's reading it. I have a feeling she's gonna give me an earful once the break between classes starts. Not a chance. Come out with me to the hall. Wait, how do you know I was going to say that? Oh wait, what? He said that, not her? What? That fooled me. I didn't look at the name, so I just looked at the dialogue. I'm like, oh, this is something Nanase would say. So that's why I thought she said it. I can read her every move, Nanase. Ikara. Just come on. It's like, whatever, just come on. Yes, we're really doing it. The list will be longer than you can shake a stick at. Are you seriously doing this? How long is exactly? Hey. Stop answering my questions before I ask them. I told you, I can read your every move. I wish I'd stay in the dark about this whole thing. So you're basically voting on which girl in class is closest to your ideal image of a woman or something? While she doesn't come out and say it, it's obvious she thinks it will constitute proof that the winner is a true maiden. Kirinaru. Now I want to know. Same. You'll just have to wait till tomorrow. I'm sure you have an idea who's currently in the lead, right? I don't think we have that many votes yet. Ikara. Onegai. Ikara. Onegai. Ikara. Come on. Please. Well, I can ask Sumi. Hang on. Gomenne. Sorry. Thanks. She said sorry, like sorry about the inconvenience, but said thanks. So, Dodata. So what do you say? Something that threw me for a loop. Eh? You're the sole contender by a landslide. What? Uso? Hontoni? Maji? And by that, I mean you got 2 votes. Oh, she's so happy with 2 votes. Yatta! Wait, what's this sole contender crap, you idiot? I told you we didn't get that many votes yet. So far, there's only been 5. So no. Like, what do you expect? You said there hasn't been many. I like Nanas's character. I'm not actually a fan of Sundirs, I'll be honest. I don't like them. Is that because I'm a bit Sundir like myself? I don't know. I deny that. However, I'm not a big fan of Sundirs. Usually for stories, like animes. Because I mostly watch animes. I've read mangas. But I haven't read a lot of mangas. I've read mangas. I've read Korean manhwas. I've read like Korean mangas. Not a lot of them. I read a few. I've read a few of them, but I haven't read them in a long time. Like I read a webtoon recently for it, which was like more of an action type one. But I've read like a few shoujo ones as well. But those were, I mean, it's been like, I don't remember. I think it's been several years since I read a Korean shoujo type manga. It's called the manhwa, right? Yeah, I haven't read like a Korean one, like a shoujo type one for a while. I mostly watch anime, but I do read mangas here and there. I'm actually planning to read. No, I'll talk about it later. Actually, I'll talk about it later, or maybe I'll do a free chat. You know what I'll do? I'll do a free chat. Maybe I'll do it this week, or maybe next week. Next week we'll stream Atri, the demo for it, the visual novel, and then I'll also do like a free chat where we can just talk about, you know, like anime and visual novels and stuff like that a little bit. I think it'll be good. I'll enjoy it. If other people talk, that'd be great. If other people show up, that'd be great. If not, I'll just be like talking and just not shutting up for maybe an hour or so. But yeah. Because I was actually thinking I would talk about like some manga I plan to read and other things like that. Sorry, I suddenly got loud. I was thinking I would do that at the end of this stream, but the stream's already going long because I've been talking a lot. So maybe do a free talk stream. I'm going to try finish the demo for this game today. If I do not, then we will stream it again this week. I wasn't planning to, but I do want to finish the demo for it this week. So it'll be, what's today, Monday? So it'll be Friday actually, yeah. Probably like a Friday afternoon type. Yeah, I would do that. So hopefully finish it today. I'm gonna stream, I don't know how long exactly. It's been an hour, so at least 2.5 hours total. So at least another hour, 20 minutes. But I might stream another 2 hours or 2.5, so we'll see. I want to finish the demo today. But if we don't, then I'll stream on Friday. Because this week's busy because I have that like contest for writing your own comic. Which again, I've never written a comic before. I actually, in the past, I wanted to make my own visual novel. I was learning how to use like Ren'Py and stuff, but I ended up not making it. But yeah, I would love to make either my own visual novel, either visual novel, graphic novel, or like manga comic. That would be like manga, webtoon, something like that. Something like one of those. I would really like that. That would be a lot of fun. But yeah, I used to want to make a visual novel, but then I was thinking, do I want it to be a visual novel or like a graphic novel? But like it can be multiple. A lot of novels I see, sometimes you have like a light novel that ends up turning into like a manga and an anime, which is awesome. So it can be like different sources, which is cool. Anyways, yeah, I don't think I'll talk about manga I plan to read. I'll just mention, like, I won't talk about it, but I think I plan to read, because I watched the anime recently. What was it? Yamada-kun Level Kyuhaku Kyuju Ayosuru, which is what? To love, what does that even translate to? To love Yamada-kun at level 999 or something like that. I don't know. But I watched that anime. The first half of it I thought was okay. The second half was I thought was great. Here I am talking about this when I said I wouldn't. But anyways, I'm not going to talk about it too much. I'm just going to say, like, I plan to read the manga for it. Yeah. Romance stories are my favorite. Like, well, not so much romance, more like rom-com is my favorite. It's my favorite genre, but none of my top 5 animes are rom-com. Funny enough. Like, it's my favorite genre, but none of my favorite animes from that genre are even in my top 5 favorites, generally. Which is funny, in a way. Anyways, we can talk. Anyways, yeah, I'll do a free talk sometime, because otherwise this stream is going to be way too long. So yeah, I'll try to keep this related to this visual novel, this stream, and maybe touch on other ones for plans for later in the week and next week. So I don't want to stream again this week just because I gotta finish for that novel contest. Or, well, it's not novel. It's like it's not a manga. It's actually like, they had a manga contest, I think, a couple months ago, which I missed. But it's a webtoon. Did I miss? For some reason, OBS is not showing the full conversation. Oh, there we go. Did I miss it? No, I'm still streaming. I've mostly been talking about plans. Thank you, Dangerous Minds, for popping in. But yeah, this is a visual novel. I don't think you saw the last stream. This is a visual novel. It's called One. It's a remake of a classic, or a re-adaptation. Yes, yes. Thank you. It's a re-adaptation of a 90s visual novel, and yeah, it's really good so far. A lot of classic tropes. So ne. So Nanase, leading the popularity contest polls that the boys distributed in secret. So if you want to keep your spot, you need to try and not ruin our opinion of you for the next 3 days. So, like, try not to fart in front of everyone or fall down the stairs. What kind of advice is that? It's like, huh? What do you mean fart? Look, everyone does it, so you don't have to feel self-conscious. Wait, really? Yeah, it's completely normal. Yeah, what? Today I'll be calling on the students in this row. Our English teacher points to the row of desks by the window. In other words, ours. Ah! That hurts. Oh. She said, that's us. My mistake. What are you so worried about? You know perfectly well why. I'm terrible at English. Watashi no egao heta desu. Egao heta desu. Something like that. Then just be honest and say, Teehee, I have no clue, or something. Maji, sonna. I don't want to sound like a total airhead. Seems like she's worried about causing herself to drop in popularity. Psst. Orihara, you're good at English, right? I'm probably better than you at least. Then look at this and give me the answer here. Ora, koko. Hmm? The party was concluded with 3 cheers. It looks like they want us to rewrite these sentences to be clearer. It would be easier with a thesaurus, but wait a minute. No, I forgot I let someone in another class borrow mine. Ora, said you're better than me, right? Totally. Yeah, sure. Let's see. The word party means... well, it's a celebration. But it can also mean an adventuring team. So the question is, mess with her? Or not? I mean... An adventuring team or a celebration? The main dude's messed with her enough. Concluded means... well, it's end, right? The party is coming to an end, but in what way? 3 cheers, what the heck is that? When I think about wrapping a party up, there might be some kind of celebratory shout, but clearly it says 3 here. 3. Wait, I got it. I'm glad he got it. I don't. Like in real life, I don't. Oh, oshete. Is that tell me or teach me? Oh. And it means the party was brought to a close with a hip hip hooray. Oh, that's the 3 cheers. I didn't even get that. Sonada. Arigato, Orihara. With that face, she faces forward again. I should have said the adventure one, damn it. At least I'm pretty sure I'm right. It has to be correct. Each of you will recite your original sentence, followed by the rewritten one at a time. Watch it like the adventurer one is right, that'd be hilarious. The party was concluded with 3 cheers. I like her accent, it's cute. Banzai Sashode. To a close with a hip hip hooray. That was pretty good. Now let's go over each sentence again. He proceeds to give an explanation for each line without criticizing any sentence. Ooh. Not to brag or anything, but I nailed it even without the dictionary. I should have done the adventure one, that would have been funnier. At least this way, like I'm like the main dude messes with her a bit. So I'm like, give her a break. Give her a break for a little. If you're actually grateful, then you can start calling me Superman Orihara. Are you joking? Sure if you want, though. That honestly sounds pretty dorky. It does. I guess so. In that case, how about Kira Orihara? You just sound like a psychopath. Good point. Tokoro desa. Tokoro desa. By the way, hi. Any idea who the most popular kid in class is? You. Why? Were you planning on taking out a hit? Chigawayo. Of course not. It's a pretty tough call, especially since our class is so small, not many choices. What about that friend of yours, Mizuka? Mizuka? Who the hell is Mizuka? Who the heck is Mizuka? I could have sworn her name was Mizuka. Oh, does she mean Nagamori? Is that her name? Our teacher's name is Shigeo. Aho. Why would I refer to our teacher as that friend of yours? Again, I really like this visual novel because it's like... So it has all these classic tropes to it. And I've seen different stories do it in an enjoyable way, but in kind of a played out way. But even though this is a classic that came out in the 90s, its portrayal of these tropes and of these interactions, it feels unique. Which, to me, is pretty amazing because it came out in the 90s. And there's been a lot of other, you know, animes and visual novels that have adapted these tropes. So for one classic like this to feel unique in a sea of others, including, you know, of especially others that have come out after it, is, you know, not something to scoff at. That's actually really cool. Good point. Nagamori-san yo. Nagamori-san. I'm talking about Nagamori. Oh, why didn't you say so? Actually, that name sounds familiar. Oh my god. That's how you treat the person who's put up with your crap the longest. This Nagamori that you speak of, she's the girl who stinks of milk from a mile away? Don't say that. At any rate, I only mentioned her because she seems popular. So I figured she'd get a lot of votes. Maji. Seriously. I look at her like she's insane. It's like, really? Oh, sorry, my headphone like rubbed the mic there. Also, if you hear like noise, like just ignore it in the background. The only person who'd possibly vote for her is me, and only out of pity. So, I figured she'd end up getting most of the votes. Is this like some kind of girl power thing? It has nothing to do with the fact that we're both girls. She just strikes me as being fairly well liked. Maybe you've spent too much time with her. I don't know. To be fair, I'm at a point where I can't help but see her as one of the guys, which is probably why Nanase's opinion makes no sense to me. I'll take a look for myself. Oi, Nagamori. I barge past her circle of girlfriends without a second thought. Oh, well, what is it, Kohei? I stare at her face for several seconds. She's cute. I don't know. There certainly aren't any prominent flaws in her physique, such as a jawline that could cut glass or an upturned piggy nose. What the heck? Her face is fairly symmetrical. I'll admit that much, but that's where her good qualities end. I mean, to be honest, like in real life, nobody's face is perfectly symmetrical. Like nobody's face is perfectly symmetrical in real life. An asymmetrical face is normal for like almost all of the human population, if not all of it. Her overall appearance is passable. There's nothing terrible about her, but nothing spectacular either. Man's just like trashing her in front of her without her knowing. I get it now. Thanks. I put Nagamori on the back before returning. Oh, I pat her on the back before returning to my desk. Dodata. So, she has no noticeable defects. That's all that matters, right? Honestly. It matches her personality perfectly and her grades. She's passing every single subject in school but never gets top marks. So you're saying it's better to flunk most of your classes, so long as you're at top in one. If she were super hairy and bow-legged with a stomach bigger than her chest, but her hands were as beautiful as a concert pianist, then she'd be better than Mizuka. Well, what is Nanase saying? I'm confused. That's a pretty extreme example. I'm so confused reading this. You really can't bring yourself to admit Mizuka isn't all that bad, huh? I'm just being fairly objective here. Silent, dot. Sumi. Nanda. Any chance you can tell me what the numbers are like in our popularity poll? You seem more interested than usual. Rooting for someone in particular? Guy's allowed to be curious, right? Dore. He pulls a crumpled sheet of paper from his pocket and somehow manages to get it flat with one hand. 60 as of now, there are 2 girls tied for first. Nanase-san to Nagamori. They both have 5 votes. Nagamori. When I asked earlier, you said she didn't even have 1. Were you pulling my leg, or did those extra 5 fall out of the sky? Baka. Nagamori's really popular. You're the one who's completely oblivious here. Personally, I think Nagamori's going to end up taking top. Hey, you're the only idiot here. There's no way she's going to win. Nanase will take the lead before you know it. Wanna bet? Winner buys lunch. You're on. I've managed to oust myself from my formerly neutral bystander position. The man went against his childhood friend. Classes continue as I keep an eye on the polls, and it's clear I'm not the only one who's barely paying attention to the teacher's endless droning. As soon as I hear the bell marking the end of the 4th period, I take out a pastry from my bag. Minami, I'm borrowing your desk. I immediately sit down without waiting for a reply. Then I turn around. Huh? She's not there. Mata koko ni taberu no? You're eating here again. Nagamori seems to suddenly appear next to me. That was the plan. I'm not really in the mood to eat lunch by myself. Have you seen Satomura around? Satomura-san? Hi. Satomura. I'm pretty sure she left as soon as class was done. Ah, crap, she got away. Do you know where she went? I have no idea. Probably somewhere she can eat her lunch, is her unspoken conclusion. She was carrying her lunchbox on the way out. Yeah? She probably went to the roof then. It's generally deserted during this time of year. She's probably right. Is there another good place to eat lunch that's not the roof? The courtyard? What, isn't it cold there? Not any colder than the roof. Well, she's not wrong. It's also always the cafeteria. There are a bunch of students who bring their lunch to the cafeteria, so it's not entirely out of the question. Okay, great, thanks. I get up and get out of the hall. I like Nagamori, childhood friend, but I like Nanase too, so. Courtyard or cafeteria? If the courtyard's cold, let's check the cafeteria first. If she's anywhere, I have a good feeling it's here. Prime cafeteria. There isn't a single empty seat. A bunch of guys standing in the corner slurping their instant ramen. I make my way through the annoyingly large group of students to make my quest to find Satomura. Trying diligently, I check everyone's faces in such a tightly packed space. It ends up being far more Herculean of a task than I was expecting. Flex. Nani yattendo? I seem to have aroused the suspicion of Minami, who's currently sitting with a group of friends. Have you seen Satomura around? Here. Yeah. You know what? I don't really have time to stream again this week, so I'm not done streaming. I'm going to stream for another hour at least. But I'm thinking on Monday, if I don't finish the demo for this today, unfortunately, I'll have to delay it till Monday to finish it. But I'll do like a big stream. So like I'll do a double stream. So I'll like finish this And we'll at least start the demo for Act 3 next week. So I might do a double stream like in that next Monday then. Or maybe just stream Monday then Tuesday instead. Which makes more sense actually. Yeah. Anyways. I'm gonna try to like talk less and just read the visual novel. Because I'm sure most of the stream was just me talking about stuff not directly related to it. So he's looking for Satomura. I mean, it's not like Yuta have to do that right now. She'll be in class once lunch is over. Then it'll be too late. I was hoping to eat lunch with her. As soon as I say this, Minami's eyes widen in obvious surprise. Oh, I didn't realize you were into Satomura. Huh? I blurred out, equally surprised. Ganbaru yo. So good luck, you're not the only one. Wait, what do you mean? Exactly what it sounds like. I have no idea what it sounds like, Minami. Her personality aside, she's pretty much a knockout. She is cute. All the main girls are like equally attractive, just all weird in different ways. To tell you the truth, I'm sure there's a ton of guys who'd be grateful you joined the competition. Wait, what? Does he mean there's no shortage of rivals? Honestly, Nanase's personality far outshines Satomura's, though you'd never catch me saying that in front of her. I honestly couldn't care less. That's not actually why I want to eat lunch with her anyway. So she was outside. I thought she might be outside, but I'm like, it just makes sense to check the cafeteria before heading out. Especially because like in my head I thought, well, maybe the cafeteria is on the way. A girl standing in the middle of it all alone in the rain, staring sadly off into space. More importantly, did you eat lunch already? No, not yet. His voice yanks me back to reality. Then you should. Break is almost over. Which is exactly when the warning bell rings out. In the end, I wasn't able to find Satomura, let alone eat my own lunch. As I hurry back to class, I spot Satomura walking down the hall ahead of me. Oi, Satomura. Hi. She immediately stops, looking back at me. I really like her hair, it's pretty. And her eyes go like really nicely with it. Like the color. I'm not a fan of big windowy eyes. Obviously the art's amazing though. Just not my cup of tea. But I like the coloring. Very pretty. Where were you during lunchtime? Speaking of lunch, I'm actually getting hungry right now. The courtyard. She murmurs quietly before heading into our classroom. Actually, I have not had lunch. I had a kind of a brunch. Like a small one. Yeah, I'll stream for at least an hour and then eat. Or what I might do is I might just combine my lunch and dinner together. Something like that, I don't know. Early dinner, late lunch. I don't know. I follow her inside and head to my seat. And then afternoon classes begin. Time for another class. I like how they shaded her hair. Nanase's hair. Like I like the shading that's done. That's my cup of tea to see. It's really nice. Time for another class. That's everything that'll be on the test, the teacher says, putting down his piece of chalk with a definite clack. He looks genuinely happy to cover everything. It's time to spare as well. As such, when he says next manages to suck out the soul from every student. Oh whoa. Oh whoa. We'll be using the time we have left to take a vocab test. Damn, everyone's booing. You can boo all you want, but this test will help you with your upcoming final. It'll have no effect on your grade for the class. The promise seems to do the trick as everyone immediately calms down, including me. However, the teacher's next words ignite an even louder wave of boos. You won't be graded on this, but once you all finish, I'll be announcing the highest scores and the lowest. In other words, we have to take this seriously. Oh, for crying out loud. The guy really knows what motivates us. And as expected, there's one student in particular who's risen to the bait, determined to take home that non-existent trophy. Sun-Sun-chan. Seems the battle is upon us, ready or not. Nanase is so serious. Nanase turns to me, a no-quarter look burning brightly in her eyes. A no-quarter look? I've never heard that expression in my life. What does that mean? Like a serious look? I've never heard of a no-quarter look in my life. Never heard that expression. Aha. Seems that way. The outcome of this test will directly affect Nanase's ranking in the poll. Personally, I couldn't care less. Losing isn't an option. But Nanase, I'm not sure if this is the time to prove your dominance. I purposely glance over at Nagamori. I can see that smirk of confidence barely hidden beneath her seemingly serene facade. Her vocab is really something. What about you? Well, mine is okay, I guess. Ah, well, we're gonna have to form an alliance. Oh, Kyodo Sensei. I'll help, and I can get Sumi to pitch in without needing much of an explanation. Aside from that, I'll keep an eye on the girl who sits diagonal. 4 heads are better than 1. Exactly 4 to 1 the odds have to turn in our favor. I don't know, why doesn't she just get like last place and then do like a teehee moment or something? There you go. I give her a thumbs up, basically saying leave it to me. Let me take this moment to explain the roles of the members of our alliance. First, Nanase. In my opinion, she's pretty dumb. If she were to try and answer anything on her own, no way she gets a high score, let alone beating Nagamori. Then there's me. Not to brag, but vocab is my strong suit, so I'm the backbone. Next, Sumi. Not really his thing. He has a knack for cheating though, and assuming he pulls out his usual book of tricks, he should be able to knock this out the park. Finally, the mysterious yet intriguingly catty corner girl. And being a girl, I'm sure her grades are good enough. With our alliance formed, Nanase's fate will be decided by who I turn to for each problem. So this girl, like, no-name girl, not even... Is it Satomura, or is it just like some random, like, NPC bot class mate? Okay, everyone, the test is starting. It's like, I thought it's not a test. It's a test that you're not being tested on. With that, he starts scribbling loudly on the board with his piece of chalk. Momentarily. Question 1. Momentarily. Who should I turn to for help? Momentarily. Okay, I have to be right back in like... in about 2 to 3 minutes. I'm gonna be right back because I just have to be right back. So I'll be back in like 2 minutes. just yeah. I have an idle animation, but for some reason it doesn't come on sometimes, so I might have to configure VTube Studio. But we'll see. Anyways, I'll be right back. 2-3 minutes, and then we continue the visual novel. So yeah. Okay, I'm back. GG. Okay, so whose paper or whatever the hell should we look at? Okay, so we're gonna help Anonymous cheat because otherwise, I don't know, she flunks and gets sent back to like elementary school. Use Sumi's answer. So what was the word actually? I can't remember. Is it like one for each or? Give her my answer. Answer 1 briefly. Question 2 ephemeral. We'll use Sumi's. Answer 2 sparkling. I don't understand what this is. What is this test? Like, I would fail this so bad. I don't know what the hell they're doing. Are they just naming like synonyms or like what the freak is going on? Rest, disparage. Insult. Smoldering. Imperative. Oh, is this saying like to do one of these? Important. Make none of. Rude. Innumerable. Numerous. Peek at the mystery girl. I mean, like the answer anyways. I have no idea what the hell their test even involves. I would fail this so badly. Last question. Mark the test sheet you've been given as I call out the correct answers. He collects it all. Nanase has a look of fear on her face. The only way she has a chance of beating Nagamori is with a perfect score. And the winner is... There were no perfect scores, but there are 4 of you who only missed 1 question. Nagasaki, Nagamori, Murata, and Mido. Darn, I guess we never had a chance. I feel as disappointed as if I was the one who just missed out on getting the top score. Class ends and we use the break to reflect on the battle behind us. I feel like we just barely made it out of the fight alive. Thought it could have gone better. The moral of the story is never rely on anyone else. What? You're the one who came up with that idea. Look on the bright side, it didn't gain any points, but you didn't lose any either. So, I guess so. Now, get out there and show them what you're made of. Or what does that mean? Sonna kanji ne. That's more like it. The bell rings out, signaling the end of classes for the day. I sling my bag over my shoulder and head out into the hallway. Doko iku no Kohei. Doko iku no Kohei. Where are you going, Kohei? I hear Nagamori's voice from behind me. It's hilarious because it's behind, but then like you're literally facing her in the visual novel. It's funny. Nowhere special. Don't even think about it. You're with me on cleaning duty today and tomorrow. Ah, no, my tooth hurts. You can still clean with a toothache. Oh no, my knee's swollen from too much fluid. It doesn't build up that quickly. Anyway, long story short, I'm just not feeling this whole cleaning thing today. You know, it's just not me. In fact, I'll only end up holding the team back with my lackluster spirit. What team? It's the 2 of you. There's only 2 of us. There's only 2 of us. So anyway, I'll be cheering you on from the sidelines. Go Team Nagamori! I say before racing off. I run straight down the hall, Nagamori's surprised shouts of protest trailing behind me, followed by a flurry of footsteps that quickly gain in volume. I think she's chasing me. She's catching up to me. She's clearly catching up to the main character. The last thing I want is for her to catch me here. I race up the stairs, not stopping until I make it to the top floor. I should be safe if I can make it to the roof. I mean, the time you're spending like running away, why don't you literally just clean? Do not enter is the sign affixed there, though it stops no one. And the teachers care not as long as it is discreet. The rooftop is fenced off, so the only way anyone would be in danger of falling is if they purposely tried to. All I'm saying is if they really wanted to keep people off the roof, they'd lock the door. Now then. I find myself at a loss as my eyes pass indifferently over this sign. I ran here on a spur of the moment decision, but now I'm not sure what to do next. I could always just hang out up here until our appointed cleaning time is over. I grab the frozen doorknob before pushing the door open. I step out and find myself in a red-soaked world. Red? The brilliant sunset. It doesn't really look red. I mean, it's like orangish. The brilliant sunset has changed the once familiar landscape into something fantastical. Fantastical. I've used that word before a few times, not a lot, in real life. I lean against the fence that wraps around the roof, gazing up at the sky. The red-lit dome spreads out in all directions, brushing aside the white clouds. The weather's gonna be great tomorrow. A sunset like this brings the promise of sunny skies. I mutter those words absently to myself, remembering having heard something like it before. Sokka. It's a red sunset today, huh? I turn in the direction of the unexpected voice coming behind me. Oh, I promise I'm not up to anything weird. She's cute. I see a girl standing there, bathed in the red light and holding her hair down against the breeze. She's beautiful. She's got a somewhat somber aura, perhaps due to the glimmer of frost in her eyes. And yet there's no denying the warmth that emanates from her smile. There's a fragility that stands out in stark contrast to her obvious strength. That's my opinion of her in that moment. Pretty sunset? Yeah, I had to give it a strong 65 out of 100. What the hell? It's like, the sunset's beautiful, isn't it? It's like, yeah, I'd give it a good 65. Good 6.5 out of 10. Yeah, you seem hard to please. I'm somewhat of a sunset connoisseur. Sonanda. Smiling in amusement, she approaches the fence while staring up at the bright red drenched sky. It's a nice breeze today. Yeah? I'd personally give it a 95. That's pretty high. It is. Because I really like this place. Her uniform looks different than theirs. Unless she's in a different grade, I don't know. Isn't her uniform like... Oh, it looks different. But maybe that's just to reflect like the sunset around, I don't know. Not like reflection, but I mean the colors looking different. The idea that a red sunset means nice weather is superstition though. Wait, really? It's true. She turns back to me before nodding with a smile. It's kind of strange. Although we've never met before, there's not even a hint of wariness in her demeanor. And I feel myself being drawn to her because of her easygoing attitude. My name's Misaki Kawana. What's yours? Kohei Orihara. Desu. Nice to meet you, Kohei-kun. Why did they put Koho? Kohei Orihara, and they changed it to a nickname. She said Kohei-kun. Personally, I would just prefer if these like visual novels and animes and stuff, that they just kept the suffix. It's like, did you just call me Kohei-kun? Is Kohei-chan better? Yeah, I don't like the Koho Koko because it sounds weird. Like Coco sounds like a name for like a female dog, for like a female chihuahua. Like she said Kohei-chan, but they translated it to Coco, and I'm like, that sounds like the name for like a female chihuahua. Like just keep, when it comes to the names, just keep the suffixes. Just keep the suffixes, please. It's like, I think that might be worse. I think Coco is infinitely worse. You can feel free to just call me Misaki. Kohei-chan. Yeah, I'm not saying Coco. I'm gonna say Kohei-chan. It's like, do I even have a choice? But Kohei-chan sounds cuter. She said kawaii and nani. or kawaii something. So whatever she said is, I think it translates to, but it's cute. You know what I gotta do? I gotta learn Japanese so I can just read the visual novels in Japanese. And then I can just speak in Japanese and English. Just do them both. It'd be easier to learn just how to speak it than to read it as well, but... So come on, what exactly is there about me that immediately makes you think cute? You've got that vibe. And what does that mean? I'm good at reading people, you see. Which is funny, because I'm blind. Oh, she's blind? Oh. Oh, okay. What are you talking about? She says the weirdest things. I mean, it's not a weird thing for her to say she's blind. I mean, blind people exist. Like, it's not that weird. I mean, it's rare, but like, yeah. But I quickly realize she's telling the truth. The coldness in her gaze is from the absence of my reflection in her eyes. In fact, the world around us, painted in vibrant shades of red, is nothing but darkness to her. So how does she know it's a sunset? Is she blind or is she like colorblind? She's like, oh, it's a beautiful sunset. 95 out of 100 I'll give it. Or maybe that was just like the atmosphere with the wind blowing and stuff. How does she know it's a sunset? Did she just assume from, like, I guess the time of day? She's really blind? I'm pretty sure I've heard rumors floating through my class about her. The blind third-year student. So she is his senpai. I think. That's why her uniform's a little different too, I guess. Because I was wondering, like, why is her uniform? Even ignoring the colors, maybe if they're supposed to look a little different from, you know, the sunset. Even the design of it looks a bit different. Hey, out of curiosity, are you, Yes, I probably am. I trail off, unsure how to finish, and she steps in to answer, nodding while doing so. I see. Doshita no? What's wrong? Huh? Betsuni. Not really. Nothing. She seems confused. How do you say confused in Japanese? Fushigi? Fushigi dane? No, that's not it. I said that wrong. I think fushigi means something like that, but the way the sentence I said is wrong. Because fushigi is like mysterious or confusing, right? I think so, or something like that. Fushigi dane. No, that doesn't apply to that. That's the wrong context. Anyways, it's just that I've never talked to a blind person before, so I'm not sure what I should be doing. I mean, to talk to her, just talk to her. Like, what do you mean what you should be doing? You should do what you normally do. Just make sure she doesn't walk into anything, I guess. Upon hearing my words, she lowers her gaze sadly. Just treat me like you would anyone else. Yeah, I could tell that's why she lowered her gaze. I'm like, she did it because he's, like, treating her differently now. Just treat her normal. If she's blind, just make sure she doesn't walk into, like, that giant generator or whatever it is over there. And into the door. And you are good. GG. The wind dies down. Her glossy hair that had been tousled by the wind slowly falls flat around her shoulders, having lost its source of buoyancy. There's a brief pause. Right, of course. Yep. What the hell's wrong with me? It's pretty rude to assume someone needs special treatment just because they're blind. I tell myself that. I mean, she's blind. It's not like... She's visually impaired, not mentally impaired. Like, you know, she's not mentally retarded. She's just visually blind. Let me reintroduce myself then. Okay. She nods, her smile back. I'm Kohei Orihara, a second-year student. It's nice to meet you, Misaki. She has a nice name. It's nice to meet you too, Kohei. Kun, Kohei-chan. I'm not saying Coco, what the hell is that? I'm still not entirely on board with this Kohei-chan thing. Kohei-san then. We hardly know each other and... Actually, you know what? Call me whatever you want. So then why won't you call me by my first name instead of my last? I don't think I feel comfortable doing that. Fine. But please don't call me Kohei-chan at least. I end up waving the white flag of surrender. Yoroshiku ne, Kohei-kun. She says with a grin. She really has such an incredibly carefree smile. Anyway, I should really get going. Catch you later, Misaki. Chane. Mata ne, Kohei-chan. I thought we agreed that... Jodan da yo. Just kidding. She grins at me. I can't stay mad when she gives me that smile. Ne, mata aeru da ne. Ne. It's like, hey, we'll see each other. We'll meet again, right? Well, probably, considering we go to the same school. She really is just an ordinary girl. I think that to myself once more upon seeing her smile. I'll be sure to say hello the next time I see you in the hall. Tanoshimi shiteru no. Oh, I can't wait. Bye for now. I give a brief wave before leaving the crimson sunset roof behind. Bye bye, Kohei. I like the accent. Like, I know some people might think the Japanese accent for like English spoken might sound a bit funny. I think it sounds cute actually. I have nothing to go off of, but I think like if a girl were to speak English with a Japanese accent, I think most guys would find it cute, but most girls might find it funny. Though I have nothing to base that off of. I think it's cute, the accent. Her voice trailing behind me. I checked the time and realized that the cleaning should be done by now. I returned to the classroom before grabbing my bag and heading home. I'm usually not very good with accents though. Like even my own grandmother, on my mom's side, she has like a thick accent. And I cannot understand a word this woman says, like at all. Anytime I would talk to her, I'd just nod my head. And I'm like, yeah, sure, definitely. Because I have no idea what she's saying. I can't understand her accent. It's just so thick. She's from like Guyana. I lied down in bed, not doing anything in particular. As the clock ticks away, my thoughts turn to the girl I randomly met on the roof. I suddenly realize I'm on the verge of falling asleep. I close my eyes and drift off into unconsciousness. Oh, that's the demo. Is that it? Oh, I like that a lot. So so the stream ended a little early. I was completely willing to stream for like a good 2.5 to 3 hours, to be honest. But I'll end that there because I do have to work on the stuff for that contest. I'm gonna talk a little. Like, I'm not done the stream. We're gonna talk. I'm gonna talk about the visual novel. I'm gonna talk about plans for future visual novels, just a little bit. And yeah, I would really like to stream again this week.
What?
So I did really like that. So basically, okay, so let me think how we're going to do this. So we'll talk about the visual novel here, right? And then I'll talk about future plans for like streaming. I want to stream this week, but I just can't. I just don't have the time because well, I'll talk about that, yeah, because of that contest, which if I found out about that contest sooner, I would have like finished everything, because the contest started in April and it ends like on Sunday or next Monday. So I didn't find out about it until a few days ago. So this week's gonna be really tough for me. But I'm glad I fit in streaming this because I really enjoyed this. 1. There exists another world, a world without a destination to go to, a world where time remains still. Yes, it is one with hope, an eternal world. Honestly, that sounds a bit supernatural. I wonder if this has supernatural elements in it. I don't know. But yeah, we'll talk about this visual novel, talk about plans for future streams basically in the next couple weeks, and talk about like, you know, other plans. So touch upon that. And yeah, so first let's talk about this visual novel. And I do also want to say thank you to anyone who, you know, commented Dangerous Minds for, you know, briefly, you know, popping in there. Anyone who lurked or anything, I really appreciate it. I do appreciate it greatly. I do want the channel to grow more. I've been streaming for a few years now. I first started on Twitch under a different name. I had like some random name called just some dude from some place. Or something like that, some random ass name I made up. And then I was streaming on Twitch mostly and came here to YouTube to focus more on YouTube, because I think YouTube has more potential to it, and despite the drawback of thumbnails, I do enjoy it. Though I don't, like, I think Google is a horrible company, and I think Twitch is pretty crap as well. They both have their drawbacks. Google much more so, but I think there's more potential with YouTube. So I enjoy it. I enjoy streaming on YouTube. So yeah. So this visual novel, the visual novel called One, I really liked it. I'm gonna bring my character's wings back, so we have that there. But yeah, I really liked it. It was great. So where do I start with this? So it's just the demo, and clearly from the purpose of the demo, it ended after we met Misaki, right? So it does seem like, yeah, I made my model like a mini-me version right now. So it does seem like the intent of this demo game, it was really just to introduce the heroines, right? It introduced, and it really focuses through the beginning parts of the game. It seems mostly on Nagamori and Nanase, which I think does make sense because Nagamori, she is the childhood friend. And then you have Nanase, the adorable Soon girl. And then you have Akane, you know. I don't know what her last name was, Sakamura? Samamuto, Sakamurta, Sakamura, I don't know, something like that. But Akane. You have a Kane-chan. You have Nanase, you have Nagamori. Sorry, my throat's a little dry right now and I don't have a drink. But so you have those three. Like, I feel like maybe there could have been a little more interaction with Akane if I had chosen a different route. I mean, if I had chosen different choices. However, you know, I think the story really focuses more on, at least for the demo, for the introductory part that this is, more on Nagamura, the childhood friend, which makes sense, and Nanase. And then, of course, it ended there with us meeting Misaki. They all have beautiful names, by the way. Nagamori, I don't know what her first name was. I actually forgot it. But it was nice sounding. Then you got Nanase, and then Akane, and Misaki, and yeah. So it ended with introducing all the characters to get a taste for what the continuation of the routes will be like. I did enjoy that. With Misaki's character, I keep saying because I'm trying to piece my thoughts together, right? Because I have different ones. With Misaki's character, it's interesting that her character is blind, and the way she interacts with the main character, it just feels like they know each other. It feels like they know each other, right? At least I think so. But it does feel like that. Though I could be wrong. We'll see. We'll see. I love the art. I'm not a fan of those classic anime big windowy eyes. I've said that before. It's not my cup of tea, but that does not mean it's not beautifully, you know, put together and crafted, right? Everyone has the flavor or flavors they prefer. Doesn't diminish the others. But I do especially love, but I do really like how they did the shading and everything. The graphics are updated very nicely. Because I think this update came like last year. So I really like that. And I like the voice acting. The voice acting was really great. Especially those little like grrs and growls in Nanase's voice when she was angry. Same with Nagamori. I can't remember her first name. But same with Nagamori when she, you know, uncovered Kohei's nakedness. There, yeah. Anyways. But yeah, that little like growl in her voice, it was cute and it was like really well done. The voice acting is amazing. Like absolutely amazing. Really love it. And I do definitely want to play more of this visual novel game. I really like it. It's great. So I don't know how much it is. I think it's about, let's see. I think it's $26 Canadian. Sorry for any background noise. You can probably hear like people outside. But yeah. I lost my train of thought because I heard like people from outside. But it's really great. And I've mentioned it before too. Like I've seen different kinds of animes and visual novels that have come out later than this. Portray the same classic stereotypical tropes. But even then, when they did it, this stands out amongst them somehow. Even though it's older than them, it stands out. Because it's gone about it in just such a... It just feels so unique despite being more classic. And it just flows better, like the dialogue and everything. It just feels like such a unique taste on such classic tropes, even though it is a classic that predates many, you know, variations of these classic tropes. So I really like it. I'm looking forward to it. I don't know what else to really say. I like all the characters. Like somehow this visual novel made me like the Tsum Tsum girl. It made me like Nanase. And that's amazing because I don't like, how do I explain this? I don't like tsundere characters. I do not. They usually annoy the shit out of me. At first, like, usually they grow on me over time. So take the anime Toradora, for example, right? Taiga. Her character is a tsundere. She annoyed me a bit at the beginning, but she grew on me. Usually tsundere characters I don't like from the get-go. Nanase's character, I liked her. Almost from the get-go. She's one of only 2 tsundere characters that I've ever liked from the beginning. That did not need to grow on me. That I liked right away. Or almost right away. So Nanase's number 2. And my favorite character is... Oh my god, did I forget her name? Did I actually forget her name? Natsuki. From an anime, Dance Dance Dansor. Honestly, she was like the only character I liked in that show. I'm not a big fan of it, but I love Natsuki's character. Like, first tsundere character I ever automatically liked that did not need to grow on me, and like she's the best tsundere. Nanase's character is from this visual novel is officially the second character who is a tsundere that I liked from the get-go that did not need to grow on me over time. So that in and of itself, out of like that so many animes I've watched and a little bit of visual novels I've played, that in itself is amazing, right? I like the writing for the characters, I like their interactions. I think like sometimes the main character's jokes are a little too much. But some of his jokes are flirty, like, and I guess it's not too much because like he knows Nagamori and others for a while. So I guess maybe it could just be more my personal preference related to his humor. Some of his jokes I find funny, some of them are funny but feel like almost slightly forced and cringy, but maybe that's just my perception of that. But yeah, I plan to buy this. I'm not going to buy it yet because I'm going to be honest, I don't have the money to buy it. It's like $26 Canadian. If it goes on sale, I will buy it. Like I want to play this. I definitely want to play this, and it will be great. And like I don't know if I'll play every route on stream. I'm gonna be honest, I might not 100% the game. And I might not play but I do think I'll play more than one route. Like, I don't know how many routes there are, but we'll see. I want to play, like, you kind of have to play the childhood friend arc. So that's Nagamori. Misaki's very interesting. Nanase, I want to play her out because I actually like her character. Even though she has like kind of a narcissist complex related to wanting to be popular. I don't know why she's like so determined for that. I guess she's just because it's very like she has like this neediness for popularity, which just makes her seem kind of insecure, to be honest. Like obviously, like it's normal to interact with people. It's normal to have friends and stuff. You don't want to be alone, right? But she's like, she has like this craving to be like the most popular, and it's like, okay, it's kind of needy and makes you seem a little insecure. Like, calm down. But I'm assuming we're gonna get a background into her story for like why she's like that, like craving so much attention, like in an unhealthy way. And it is an unhealthy way, not the most unhealthy way, thank goodness, but it is an unhealthy way, right? There's levels to unhealthiness. There's levels to healthiness. She's not the most, it's not in the most unhealthy, toxic way she craves it, but it is unhealthy. But I'm assuming there'll be like a big delve into her backstory about why that is, and we're gonna find out more about Misaki. I'm curious why she's blind. Was she born that way? It was an accident. I hope she doesn't like walk into anything, like in all seriousness. And yeah. Nagamori, childhood friend, self-explanatory. Akane, I'm not too interested in her out, but she does have this mysteriousness to her. And it also does seem like it seems like she might know the main character from before. I don't know. Misaki seems like she does, because she's oddly familiar with him. Like, she just met him. And I know in Japanese culture, you usually refer to the person with, you know, the last name and with a suffix. And then if you're close, like really close, you'll use the first name, but usually with a suffix. She just met him, and she's like, just call me Misaki, no suffix. So it's like, it really seems like she knows him. So I'm curious about that. I think this visual novel will be really great. I think it'll be fun. I am very much looking forward to it. So yeah, between this stream and the last stream, we ended up going for... How long did we go for, actually? I think the last stream was like 2 hours, so like 4.5 hours. But I've been talking a lot, right? So maybe half of that has been, at least half of that has just been me talking outside of the visual novel, you know? But yeah, I will buy that. It'll be a lot of fun. And yeah, let me know your thoughts. Have you played one? Have you enjoyed it? What do you think? I like the demo a lot. It's great. I wasn't sure if the demo was going to fully explore one route and leave the others, or if it was just going to give, you know, depth for each route. It's cool that it did. It gave quite a bit for Nanase and for Nagamori. It gave some for Akane, and it gave like a smaller taste for Misaki. So I want to buy this. This seems like it would be worth the full price. I'm going to be honest. $26 Canadian, which is what, like 20 American, or just under 20. However, like I need to wait for a sale, so yeah. So when will I play the full visual novel of this, that we may go through it? I don't know. I'm not exactly sure. When it goes on sale, I'll buy it. So hopefully by the end of summer, we can start this, actually. The question is, obviously if I start it sooner, we will go through it and continue where we left off. But if it won't be for a bit of time, will I go through it again from the beginning? I might do that and just pick a few different choices, actually. or I might just continue it. The only choice I might think about changing is obviously going outside to have seen Akane instead of the cafeteria, but also with an honest and that verbal test. Instead of the hip hooray one, the 3-chair one, instead of telling her like, oh, a party might be like a celebration, tell her it's an adventure. It's an adventuring group. Just to see how that would turn out and see her reaction. It would have been funny. But I didn't do that because I'm like, she got teased enough by the main character. So give her a break. Teased and not bullied, obviously. And yeah, I don't think there's anything else for me to really say about this. I want to play it. I look forward to it. We will go through it. I don't know if we'll go through every route. I don't think every route, but at least, maybe 1 or 2 routes. I might try to go specifically for a specific character's route, or I might kind of do it half and half and see about it, but see where it ends up itself. So, yeah. Great characters, like all the girls in it. The main dude's okay. The art's amazing. It's not perfectly to my cup of tea, but it's obviously amazing. I acknowledge that. The animation's great. The voice acting... Well, it doesn't have much animation, but little movements here and there. The voice acting's amazing. I love it. I look forward to it. And yeah. So that's it for me talking about this visual novel. I do wonder if it's supernatural or not. It does make me think. Because it does say, there exists another world. A world without a destination to go to. A world where time remains still. Yet, it is one with hope. An eternal world. Sounds like heaven, literally. Anyways, so let's talk about plans. So I will not be streaming this week because I am going to try to finish submitting something for a webtoon contest, and I am hoping that goes well. Hopefully that goes well. And I'll be very busy this week because I didn't find out about the contest until a few days ago. So I have the story more or less typed out. I have to do paneling for it, and I've never drawn for like a webtoon or a comic manga or anything. Those are similar to each other, so I've never drawn for those before. So hopefully it goes really well. So if I could get paid to have a job where I can write stories and draw, that would be great. Do both. That'd be amazing. But it could lead to that, but it's more just for like prize money, the contest, but it could lead to more, so hopefully. Anyways, next week, on Monday, most likely Monday, or Tuesday, but most likely Monday, same time, we are going to go through Atri. So Atri is a visual novel. Atri, what's it called? My Dear Moments. So that's something I'm really looking forward to. I know there's an anime adaptation of it coming out on July 14th. So we're going to be playing the demo next week. And just ahead of the anime, I will watch the anime, but I'm going to wait for it to finish. And yeah. So this visual novel looks like it's going to be really great. It looks beautiful. I bet I'm going to absolutely love it. I might actually react to the trailer. I might react to the trailer of it. So I might react to the trailer of it and put up the video of that next week. I will stream the demo next week. Hopefully we can go through it in one day. If not, it'll be 2 days. I will stream twice next week. So I will be streaming Atri, the demo. And then the second stream, if we finish actually the demo for it in one stream, the second stream will probably be like a combination of a free talk and also me drawing a bit. I won't be working on any illustrations or anything. I'll just be probably just doing like practice, like just sketching, rough sketching for practice and stuff like that. So things of that nature. And I think that's all I have to talk about. Oh, there's like a pop culture like thing July 6th in Aurora, Ontario. So I will be a vendor there. They don't have an artist alley, unfortunately, because I emailed them and they said there's no artist alley for artists and for vendors. It's all the same. But that will be July 6th. A Pop Culture Canada event from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. in Aurora, Ontario. So I will be there. I will have a booth there and stuff. And I don't know where it will be. I was hoping they had an artist alley, but they don't. They just have a vendor thing. So I'll be there and I'll be selling, you know, some clothing that I've made, like designs. I drew the designs, but I also made it myself. Like I imbued the clothing I imbued the designs I did into the clothing, so it's part of it. Like I did that myself, right? I did not outsource that. I did not have someone else do that. Like I did it myself, right? I'll also be selling mouse pads that I've made myself, and yeah, so mouse pads, clothing. That's it. So you can check that out if you're around Aurora. I don't know where I'll be exactly. I'll probably be under the name of Ariel Apparel or something, because I will be selling clothing, and my character's name is not Ariel, but arielaltairch. Those random symbols in the name are all breath marks, you know? But anyways, so I think that's all I have to talk about, and I think that's it. I'm hungry, so I might eat a combination of a late lunch and an early dinner. Also my throat's a little dry. But yeah, I think that's it. I'll be working on that contest. I don't think you're allowed to post it on other sites, your submission, but I think you're allowed to link to your submission on the original site. So I might link to it on my art account if I finish it in time. I'll double check the rules just to make sure. But I think you're allowed to link to it. You're just not allowed to post it anywhere else. Yeah. So I should be able to finish it. It's a short story. It's supposed to be around, I think, 15 to 75 panels. And I've never drawn panels. I've never drawn like a comic or a manga or a webtoon or whatever before. They're all similar but not the same. I've never drawn that before. So comics are like left to right and they're in color, whereas mangas are right to left and they're black and white. Sometimes you'll see mangas in color, but they're colored after the fact. So they're originally done in black and white and then they're colored after, which they're not drawn to be like that originally, so they do look a bit different. Whereas webtoons seem to be an in-between. They're like vertically, they're done vertically, they're not read horizontally, and then they're also like colored in a way like comics, but they're drawn stylistically, like shape-wise and stuff, more similar to most mangas, and which is interesting. It's like a combination. But so I think for that contest it's a webtoon, so I'm gonna be working very hard on that, and yeah, so we'll be doing that. I do plan to play one to summarize. I'm looking forward to it. It's gonna be amazing. I really liked the demo. It was really great. I really liked it. It was great. Actually, next week we're gonna play the demo for that. Probably next Monday. It'll be next Monday or Tuesday, but most likely on the Monday. And it'll be on. Oh, I think next Monday is America's like founding day anniversary. Canada is July 4th. I think America is July 1st, right? Maybe I should not stream on the Monday then, actually. Maybe I should stream on like the Tuesday. I don't know. Anyways, I'll decide by Wednesday or Thursday. So we'll stream and go through the demo for Act 3. It'll be the same time as today, sometime between 12 and 1 p.m. And it'll be Monday or Tuesday of next week. So, and I think that's all I really have to talk about. So thank you for anyone who commented, anyone who lurked, for however long. I appreciate it greatly. Thank you very much. And yeah, so thank you for coming to the stream to experience this great visual novel with me, at least the demo of it. Anyways, but yeah, I'm just trying to think, is there anything else I'm forgetting? And I don't think there is. So I do plan to play visual novel games at least once a week. Also, you know what we'll do? Next week, play the demo for Act 3 and also do a reaction to the trailer for the anime. We'll do that. So, I'll probably have that separate though. Probably have that like the day after. And then next week, do a free talk where I talk about different manga, different animes, things I'm reading, things I'm watching. Anyone wants to join in on that discussion. That'll probably be later in the week though. But it might not happen if Act 3 is not done. The demo for it is not completed in one stream. The stream for next week will likely be 2 hours. For most streams I do, they'll be around 2-3 hours. Expect that. I will be streaming visual novels on the regular, at least once a week, ideally. And hopefully do other types of games as well, once a week or more. So, yeah. And then do a free talk type thing every month or so, maybe. So yeah, I think that's it. I was going to talk about more visual novels once I've played. My throat's really dry right now. My throat is really dry right now. And I'm hungry too. I haven't played a lot of visual novels. I've played a few of them. But I'll talk about that more in the free chat. And I'll talk about the plans for future visual novels and games to stream in that free chat. So all that's set in stone for now is there will not be another stream this week. I might upload the Act 3 anime trailer reaction this week or next week. And we will play Act 3 the demo next week, the Monday or Tuesday. I don't know if it'll be one stream or 2 streams for it. If it's one stream, great. Then do the free talk. If it's 2 streams, then the free talk will be the week after. And the free talk will be a combination of free talk and also just me practicing rough art sketching. It'll be a free talk and art stream, but just rough practice, so I might practice just head shapes and hands and stuff, or maybe I'll practice shadows, I don't know. But that'll be towards the end of next week or the week after. Act 3, we're going to tackle that. It looks really great. I hope I enjoy it as much as I have enjoyed the demo for this visual novel 1. I hope so. Because this was great, and I hope that is at least pretty good. I do plan to watch the anime for it, but I will not watch it until it's done because I think I would prefer to marathon that. Yeah. Anyways, I don't believe there's anything else to talk about. Thank you very much. You can check out my art socials in the description below. You can also check out my merch site where I ship throughout Canada. People internationally I can't ship to, unfortunately, but anyone can get a forwarding address. I think there are companies that have forwarding addresses that can ship it. But yeah, I sell clothing, I sell mouse pads. Everything is drawn by me and also made by me. I don't knit the shirts, but I imbue the image through a special process into the shirts, where it's part of the shirt. And those designs will not, like for the white t-shirts, they'll never crack or peel. Like, it's very high quality, the process I use. But the process varies. Like for black shirts and for cotton clothing, it's more like a regular shirt, but for like polyester and satin and some canvas and stuff, it's all like a special process. But yeah, that can be checked out there. And yeah, I do want to stream more. So for the time being, it will be once a week, maybe twice. So no more streams this week, but next week expect at least 2. Thank you again, and bye. I said a lot of the same stuff repeatedly. Anyways, bye.